All right, go Ninja. No, go Ninjago. Um, Welcome to the podcast over here. I'm still talking about Legos. Not even. And I'm sorry to the Lego fans that I misused that plural. I know that plural of Legos is Lego, right? We all know that. I watched Lego Masters like everybody else, starring Lego Batman, Will Arnett as the host, and that one hot lady who was a Lego Master judge. All right, shout out to her. She looked a little like Katy Perry, but like a hot Lego lady. Now this is the D Trade, Daniel Ehrenberg on the ones and the twos, and I'm I'm a 35-year-old man. Every time I watch one of these movies, it makes my life feel shorter. I feel one step closer to impending death. And but here I am to talk about it on a podcast recording that will be listened to by upwards of 100 people. No, I'm just joking. It's more than that. Oh, gang, I'm feeling sorry for myself today. Let's bring in my co-host, first of all. You can hear our guest laughing. We actually is this the first time we've had a guest, Logan?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, yeah. And let me say your name. Here he is in Alabama. That's right, one of the two states that most believe in God, according to along with Mississippi, according to a graph that I found on Reddit. That's right. Here he is, Logan B. Adair.
Yeah. Hey guys, and I'm the outlier over here.
Is that your nickname? That like if you came out as a wrestler, Curious the Outlier, Logan B. Adair.
They would call me Mr. Minority, probably.
Oh, I don't think they should call you that, bro.
Yeah.
Logan's like that. He's like Billy Joe Armstrong. He wants to be a minority, but unfortunately, just a white guy down in Alabama. He's a minority in that he's an intelligent person, I guess.
Did you remember that Lord and Miller were on the Lego? What was the show called? I forget already.
Lego
Masters. You remember that they were on that show?
Yeah, of course I remember. Was it both of them or just one of them?
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them showed up. I remember they threw in a couple of jokes, and then they got their asses out of there before the judging, so they didn't have to hang around.
That, though. They were.
Yeah, but who could blame them, man? Everyone was hanging around for like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mayim Bialik, what was she just trying out for Jeopardy?
But remember when you thought that the Lego Batman movie was after Lego Masters? So you thought that Will Arnett met Lord and Miller on that show, and then they made the Lego Batman movie?
Yeah, remember that time I had a brain fart for like 5 seconds last week? Let's bring it up again. All right. Let's bring in our Let's bring in our fucking giggly guest over here. Jesus Christ. What are you, Paul F. Tompkins on an episode of Comedy Bang Bang?
Whoa.
All right. He likes to laugh before they bring him in, gets you comfortable. I get it. All right. Here he is. He suggested this by winning that annoying fucking poll that we never should have done in the first place on CompBeast, patreon.com/thefranchise. Tim Allen.
Whoa. Not how you pronounce it, but that's fine.
Allen, I know.
Yeah.
Because there's an H. You have to. It's sort of like you have a lazy last name. It's like Tim Allen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like poker. I always tell people poker, all in. They're all in the family. Hey, thanks for having me, guys. I like the show. I'm happy to be on the main feed. And yeah, Lego is a fun franchise. I had to pick a kids movie franchise to win.
You didn't
the
have
poll.
to.
You never have to.
I mean, I have to just for the We Love Kids movie branding, I think.
Listeners, most listeners of this show don't even know We Love Kids movies because you have to pay $5 to listen to it, and apparently $5 a month to a fledgling podcaster is far too much for some of you people. To most of you people, I'd argue.
Yeah, well, but the those who know, right? So.
Yeah, we hosted a weekly show called We Love Kids Movies for years, right?
Yep. And I'm happy to be here to defend my family getting COVID last week. All the slander that was brought about
Any of the others have
me.
COVID this week?
No. We were able to.
You stemmed that flow.
Yeah. Just 2 of the 5 got COVID. So unfortunate. Seems like the mother-in-law gave it to our family. So
I thought you said dentist before.
yeah, that's what we were thinking, but it seems like my mother-in-law's trip to the to get a colonoscopy in a hospital gave her COVID, and then she gave us COVID. So
See, this is the thing. Don't get a colonoscopy right now.
yeah, well,
Like see, this is what I was trying to say. All you have to do is the bare minimum of not getting a colonoscopy in the middle of a pandemic.
yeah, but this pandemic's not going to end, so you just never get a colonoscopy. Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't hang out in a hospital right now. There's a pandemic happening. You can't just be like, oh, this pandemic's been dragging on. Eventually, like, I've got to just ignore it. No, it's happening.
Don't get a mother-in-law, first of all.
Yeah, definitely. Fucking definitely, bro.
My mother-in-law is great. I have to say that. Shout out to Jan. Unfortunately, gave us COVID, probably. But
I saw an arc happen with mother-in-laws. Like when I was dating ladies, it was like up to a certain age, I was still good-looking and charming enough that mothers all liked me, and then the tide turned. All of a sudden, mothers didn't like me anymore, and it was hard for me.
is it the distance between ages? Do you think that like you getting closer to 40, and then
Yeah.
you're dating like 17-year-olds?
Oh, stop it! No, I just think they meet me now. They're like, all right, this guy's a failure. He's a 35-year-old with an hourly
But do you tell
job
them
at
about the
a
podcast? You forget to tell
The
them about the
podcast
podcast.
is the greatest signal of my failure.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
By the way, Tim, were you originally going to do both weeks, or were you going to do just last week?
Well, I thought I wanted to do. I mean, I probably would have done both weeks, but let me just tell you, I don't have the affinity for Ninjago like I do for other movies in this franchise.
So why did you choose this? This is a 4-movie franchise, and you don't like one of them.
Well, I chose this.
So, like, what are you trying to get? You're only trying to get me to watch the Lego Batman movie, which I didn't even like.
That's exactly. I wanted to conclude like a lot of franchise hanging threads, and to get you to.
There were no franchise hanging threads. 0 franchise hanging threads. We had covered all of the Batman movies.
Nope. Well, now you have. And,
no, I have now watched the Lego Batman movie, and I now think that, like, when we covered the Batman movies, you were all in on trying to get us to watch the Lego. Oh my god, I fucking hate you. You were trying so hard to get us to watch the Lego Batman movie, and I was denying you. Okay, and so many people had your back. Like, that's a Batman movie. Tim's right. You're not covering all the Batman movies. And now that I have seen the Lego Batman movie, like, back then when all that was happening, I was like, is this some sort of mass hysteria? Like, why are all of these listeners and friends of mine dumb all of a sudden? and now that I've seen the movie, it's not that I was like, oh, I see your point. It's the opposite. You're dumber than I thought.
Yeah.
But aren't you glad you did it?
Yeah.
No. Like Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings, I really am glad. I am so happy that I now have legitimate opinions on Lord of the Rings that I can talk about, that I have interest in that franchise.
Theoden. You can talk about Theoden all day long.
We could, and we did. But fucking, this is not like that.
Yeah, but I think you have already disproven your own point, because I have heard other podcasts with you, Dan, and you've already referenced the Lego Batman, which I think is going to be like Lord of the Rings, where now it's ingrained. You're always going to think about those 2 boats.
But that's the only thing. Like, Lord of the Rings now, I see how fresh and how rich that franchise is, because now when I'm watching stuff, I'll see references. I constantly Lord of the Rings occurs to me on like a weekly basis now when I'm watching other shit. And
Were you excited to see Gandalf in the Lego Movie 2, the second part?
to be honest, kind of. And I never would have thought that, but no, like Lego Batman, I will remember the boats thing because that was a funny joke. But that movie sucks.
Nah, disagree. It's good. I'm glad Logan thought so too. So,
Can I ask a question about Gandalf in the second movie?
mhm.
When he's falling and he says Armageddon, is that a reference to him saying
Fly, you fools!
Yeah, I think so. I think
butchers
that's
it.
why they gave that to Gandalf, because it's like you expect him to say like "Fly, you fools," but it's like Armageddon. Yeah.
I didn't remember what he said, but I remember that he fell down into a chasm.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does like to do that.
Yeah,
But
it's one
good
of his
news.
moves. What are Gandalf's greatest hits?
Ooh.
Number 1, summoning moths.
He's got that light.
Summoning moths. Number 2, he's got that light. Number 3, I'm a little taller than you. Number 4, I've got a stick. Number 5, I fall into chasms.
Oh, you forgot smoke rings. He likes to
Oh,
blow
smoke rings. That's
no,
great.
the ship?
Yeah.
He does
Yeah.
the ship.
Yeah, that's a classic hit from Gandalf.
How many is that? 5? He hates Pippin.
I don't know that that's one of his greatest hits.
Full of a took.
It
he
is.
does.
He's always pissed at Pippin.
Full of a took. He says it like 4 times.
Remember when he knocks that shit down the
Oh,
well?
yeah.
And
He wakes up all the,
Fucking Pippin stuff.
and then he looks into the orb.
yeah. Yeah, he hates Pippin.
I saw that dude. You remember I told you at my job there's a dude with a dog named Pippin?
Yeah.
I saw that dude get stern with Pippin the other day and just call him dog. Like he was misbehaving, and I was like, that's how I felt about the real Pippin. Like the whole time I watched those movies.
No, remember when he was singing? That was good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And,
I mean it was
and,
better than Enya, I guess.
Yeah, and Pacey's dad was eating the cherry tomato at that point.
What do you mean Pacey's dad?
Pacey from Fringe, of course. His dad.
Oh God! See, you always screw me up with that because I immediately go to Pacey Witter's police officer dad from Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, well, no, I'm always thinking of his crazy mad scientist dad who stole him from a different universe. From Fringe.
Yeah, well, John Noble,
Yeah.
one of the greats.
Not very noble to steal your son from a different universe, if you ask me.
Certainly not, but very noble to take care of that cow in that lab.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Who's a better father, him or Garmadon?
Well, I mean,
At least he was around.
I mean, which version of John Noble though? The one where he self-immolates?
This was supposed to transition us into the Lego Ninjago, not dig us deeper into whatever you're talking about.
Hey, let's talk more about Fringe.
Yeah, Fringe is good.
Yeah, man. That third season where like every other episode's back and forth between the universes. Fuck yeah, that's good.
That's good, and unfortunately, the next season they like smash them together. But that's
yeah, but I like the fifth one. I feel like that fourth one is a little weak, but they pull it back together for the last one.
The fifth one stinks because
I disagree.
Leonard Nimoy died. Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
that's
because
true.
Leonard Nimoy died, and they had to like do an animated episode to like make up for that fact.
Oh, but that episode was cool.
Yeah, but it still was a bummer. Just make him dead.
No, I disagree. I think they made the best of a bad situation.
Like Furious
Lego-
7.
Yeah, exactly like that. All right, the Lego Ninjago movie. Let's talk about it. Ninjago. That's a word you've never heard before because it's not a word. But I guess people have heard. I did Ninjago research for the podcast. Do you want to hear about that?
Yeah.
All right, so how familiar were you guys with Ninjago?
I know it existed.
I had actually seen some of the show.
Oh
That's
my
like
God.
the Nickelodeon show because my
Yeah.
kids.
Do you know the full title of the TV show? Because I do.
Spinjitzu? Is that it?
I think it's Masters of Spinjitzu.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
That's not a real martial art. I know that. As a black belt in Taekwondo, I know that Spinjitzu is not a real martial art. So the Ninjago, Lego does a thing where it's like it's like it is in the movie, where they have little universes with their own little storylines, right?
Yeah.
And they're all temporary. They put them out for like a couple years and then replace them with other shit. So one of them that they even referenced in the first Lego movie was Bionicle.
Yeah,
I th-
that's
I
that-
I think this was like a test. Like if this Lego Ninjago shit, the Ninjago, whatever, if this does well, we'll try other ones. We'll do Bionicle, right?
well, you did say that they put so many Lego movies into production, and I would have to assume that Bionicle was huge because Bionicle was like one of their big kid like franchises that they were
I'd
pushing
heard
for
of
a long time.
Bionicle and I'd
Yeah.
never heard of Ninjago.
I'm almost certain there are Bionicle like made for TV movies.
There are. I've
which-
seen.
yeah.
I always thought the word Bionicle is cool. I'm like, I wonder what that's about. It's sort of like Broly in the Dragon
Oh,
Ball
yeah,
Z.
well, there you go,
I'm
yeah.
interested in the name Broly.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that Ninjago was the name of a city as well. Like I didn't
Well,
think-
I got the sense that it's the name of the city, the the team they're on, and the type of martial art they're doing.
Here's my biggest question from this Ninjago movie is we're supposed to think that Jackie Chan is telling this story to this random kid, right? Like in his he's clearly running a what antique shop from the movie Gremlins, right? Like,
I thought it was the same shop that he's got in the Jackie Chan Adventures.
oh, he's uncle? He's like his
Yeah,
own
I
uncle
think
in
he's
that?
the same character as Jackie Chan Adventures.
He's Jackie. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
They should have put the talismans in there.
I
Mugu,
couldn't
Gai
agree
Gai,
more.
Fussy, wow.
FYI, why did they never do a live action adaptation of Jackie Chan Adventures while Jackie Chan was still spry enough to do that shit? It would have been baller.
I mean, Jackie Chan Adventures is a great
Jackie Chan Adventures-
animated show.
It legitimately has a better story than most Jackie Chan movies.
It's fantastic. The biggest problem, of course, is Jackie Chan doesn't speak very good English, so they got a different voice actor to voice him.
He sounded good though. He sounded pretty good.
Yeah, I liked him, of course, and it was a great story. And I mean,
And you get live action Jackie Chan interstitials.
yeah, he would like it. Yeah, coming to and from break, he would show up. He's
Incredible.
He also, what was my favorite part is like in the opening theme of the show, the title sequence, we would see animated Jackie punching, and then it would cut to he would morph into real Jackie Chan doing Jackie Chan's bit where the punches hurt his hand.
Yeah,
right? Like
and everybody, yeah, that was amazing, and everybody remembers the classic Jackie Chan Adventures theme song. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To do karate is my real test. Chops and kicks are my cause. Right?
I will have bloopers at the end of every episode. Because I'm Jackie Chan, I do all my own stunts and get hurt all the time.
Hey, that doesn't rhyme.
Yeah, well,
All right.
what
Anyway, so Ninjago. Hey, Logan, you ever gonna say anything again on the show?
I haven't seen what you guys are talking about.
All right, Lego and the Pokemon. We were just making Pokemon.
No,
jokes.
I get that, but the other stuff I didn't.
I feel like Logan, like if I'm talking to you, Tim, and we're like vibing over like older people stuff, he like sits in the corner like a little kid with his arms folded, like fucking.
No, I like it. I'm just listening.
All right.
Yeah, the most that he gets upset about that is like before we record Comp Beast. He's always just upset if you and I are tangenting about something.
That's
and he's,
true. Yeah,
He's like,
That's not true.
He's like, I woke up early for this.
when we
That's not true.
when I caught up on Billions, he was so mad.
No, I play Mad.
I don't. I think you pretend to play mad after the fact.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think you pretend to not be mad. I think that's where you're pretending. I think you're a ball of rage, Logan. And speaking of ball of rage, how much did you?
The thing you don't know about Logan, he's angry all the time.
Yeah. Logan, how much did this Ninjago movie hit home for you, bro?
It didn't. I knew that this would come up. It didn't.
The daddy son relationship. Do you wish that you had a father that was able to sort of evolve and learn like Gormagon did?
I don't think that's his name, but
By the way, Gormagon, great
I don't
band.
want that to be
great.
this episode.
I believe Gormagon is just the name of one of the killers from Bones.
This is literally
Jesus
the
Christ.
first thing I knew we would talk about. But Dan, I was referencing the one episode where Bones is in, not Bones, Brennan is in a coma, and Bones is sitting next to Brennan in the coma and writes a whole novel.
Bones is Brennan. What?
No, I'm sorry. Booth is in a sorry, they're all B's. That's the problem. Booth is in a coma. Brennan sits next to Booth and writes one of her novels, and it's all about Booth and Brennan are characters who now own a bar, and Sweets is in a band called Gormagon.
I kind of do remember that.
Yeah, it's such a weird episode.
I think it's the 200th episode of Bones, and Boreanaz directed it.
Yeah, and they bring in all the squints, all the
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. And it's like one of the first episodes where Booth and Brennan kiss and like are in a relationship, which everybody wanted. And so again, Bones.
But
is a good show.
Gormagon, of course, was the main serial killer in the third season who recruited team member. What was that kid's name?
Oh my God!
You know
Zach.
who I mean?
Zach.
Yeah. Yes, he recruited Zach to be his serial killer apprentice.
I think that's one of the like biggest regrets that the creators of the show had, because then they try to figure out a way to bring Zach back every season.
Yeah, they used to have like Bones go visit him in prison and shit.
Yeah.
Bones, hell yeah. All right. Lego Ninjago. Can we talk about it?
There were a lot of bones in Lego Ninjago, a bunch of skeletons and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, ninja bones.
Oh boy.
All right, well, let's do the stats. Like all great art, this film was directed by Charlie Bean, Paul Fisher, and Bob Logan, and written by Paul Fisher, William Wheeler, Tom Wheeler, Jared Stern, and John Whittington, with story contributions by two other writers whose names I couldn't be bothered to write down. And like all great martial artists movies, it's written and directed by about 17 white men.
Yeah. A recipe for success.
Yeah. So this film was released September 22nd, 2017, on a budget of $70 million. It made a minuscule $123.1 million. The Lego Batman movie was number 16 at the box office for that year. This movie was number 47.
Wow.
Between it made slightly less than The Shape of Water. And slightly more than Baywatch. Another Baywatch. Yeah. The gods are telling me to watch Baywatch.
Well, I'll tell you, I saw The Shape of Water in a movie theater. Did not see Lego Ninjago in a movie theater.
Did you J.O. at that fish fuck?
No, of course not. I did see it alone, though. I guess I could have.
You could have,
I really
bro.
wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, when unhygienic ladies fuck fish, smells the same as when they fuck men.
Yeah.
That's
right.
I said unhygienic. Come on.
I think the problem though is like the lady in that movie was hygienic. We saw her take a bath multiple
That's true.
times.
No, you're right. You're right. She was extremely hygienic. The great Sally Hawkins playing.
Yeah.
She didn't have any lines to learn in that movie.
Mother of Paddington Bear.
Is that what she's from?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hell yeah. Number 3, Paddington Goes to Peru. We're all excited.
I think of her as from Happy Go Lucky, the great Mike Lee movie, and she was also Blanchett's sister in Woody Allen's Blue Jasmine. How about that? I also remember when she was nominated for an Oscar for Happy Go Lucky or a Golden Globe or something. Maybe she won the Golden Globe, and I thought she was too skinny at the festival. Like, it was like, you need to eat something, Sally Hawkins. I am not liking what I'm seeing. Your head's too big for your body.
Jeez. Sorry to
Probably
Sally
needed
Hawkins.
to eat a.
No, listen, I love Sally. It was out of concern, okay? I'm a fan of hers.
Probably needed to eat a hard-boiled egg, right?
I don't know what that's even in reference to.
Shape of Water. She.
Hey, I
like,
feel weird about that joke about pussy smell before Keith. I don't feel good about it.
You should bleep it.
Don't
You want me
bleep,
to bleep
it. Never bleep anything. All right.
Can we take it out? What do you want me to do with that?
No, I guess just leave it.
All right.
And leave this too, I guess. All right.
Wait, you remember a scene? You remember a scene where she ate a boiled egg? That's what you're going to?
No,
in
I
that
don't
movie?
remember that.
No, Tim.
That-
Why is he?
Yeah. Well, I think like the opening montage is her. The bath scene is her taking a bath, making a hard-boiled egg, and masturbating. That's like the very first scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
And literally,
That's
like
Guillermo del Toro showing he understands women.
and also
well, the
she,
opening,
like,
you're underwater, like it's really cool, and the music's playing. There's like a
well.
couch floating underwater.
she also like gives the monster like hard-boiled eggs. That's how they like first bond. So I feel like the egg
Oh.
is an important part of that.
It's like
movie.
Reese's Pieces.
Well, yeah, I guess if what Drew Barrymore fucked E.T.
I just don't feel that consent can be given in that relationship.
What between
I
Drew
disagree.
Barrymore and E.T.?
No, between the fish and Sally Hawkins, never was able to get past that.
Well, that's why that movie's weird, right? That movie's fucked up.
Consent from
Yeah.
the fish.
Yeah, it's bestiality. The fish can't talk.
Oh,
Was the fish on top?
It's the kind of thing. It's like you can get on all fours and put your ass in the air,
Oh
and
my
a
God.
dog might fuck you, but you shouldn't do that.
I'm gonna bleep all the nouns that you just said. It's gonna be hilarious.
All right, Lego Ninjago. I mean, that's all the stats. This movie was not nominated for shit. No one gave a fuck.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said swear words. All right. I mean, let's talk about it. Jackie Chan was there. That was exciting, I guess.
Jackie Chan, the world's #1 action star, my personal favorite.
What?
Who's better?
Keanu Reeves.
No,
The Rock.
The Rock. Jackie Chan is a sexual being. The Rock is not a sexual being.
I mean, I agree with that. I agree with Jackie Chan being a sexual being. I was so excited when he finally got that dick wet in Rush Hour 2.
Yep.
Did you guys
Yeah.
cover Rush Hour?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
they
did.
Of course they did.
Okay,
Yeah.
because earlier I said Rush Hour, and then I was like, did they cover Rush Hour?
Maybe we should do a commentary track on Rush Hour.
Ooh, that'd be.
Okay, I've never seen it.
That's the early episodes of the franchise for the Rush Hour. I feel like are some of the most racist.
I disagree. I was worried about that at the time, and I had so many black listeners came up to wrote
Oh,
emails
That's
after
not the
Rush.
race. That's not the race. I was thinking you were being racist. about.
Oh, that's fair. Fuck. Maybe. All right. Boy, oh boy. So,
but you don't think Jackie Chan's the best action star? I mean, after watching Lego Ninjago Movie, I'm gonna ask you right now, Dan. Did you watch the credits?
yes.
Him catching the bowls that puts him over the top.
You saw. Well, I mean, what that does, Jackie Chan doing the bloopers at the end, made me think of every other Jackie Chan movie ever. And so then I just went on YouTube and showed my kids the supercut of like Jackie Chan stunts.
Okay, do you think Jackie Chan is the greatest action star of all time?
Yes.
Okay, so I thought you were talking about right now, which is
No.
obviously not true because
No,
he's
'cause
immobile now.
But he killed himself doing stunts.
But of all time,
Yeah. Who's greater?
Schwarzenegger.
It doesn't do his own stunts.
I don't care.
I think Tom Cruise is the only person to rival Jackie Chan, and Jackie Chan I think has more personality and appeal than Tom Cruise.
What about Bruce Lee?
I mean, Bruce Lee's died too young.
You think Jackie Chan eclipsed Bruce Lee at some
Yeah.
point?
Yeah,
It
I
was
do.
like Bruce Lee was better, and then Jackie Chan made the tuxedo, and it was like, all right.
yeah.
It's just changed
the
now.
spy next door really put him over the edge.
I never saw
I'm fine
that
with you
one.
saying that. I think Cruz is a good pick, but Cruz does crazier shit. But Jackie Chan does more with his body, like actual physical stuff.
I mean, just watch Jackie Chan jump through a ladder. And like, there's like one I can't like. I think it's like Police Story 3 or whatever. And
Super
by the way,
Cop.
Super Cop. I mean, he's just does such an amazing stunt. Like in that Rush Hour movie when he jumps through the like bank teller window.
I always think about that.
That's
That is
so
so crazy.
good. And
Yeah, there's
yeah.
all little ones. Like there's one Rush Hour where he just like jumps over a wall by using a bunch of shit as stepping stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah,
he is amazing. Like nothing. I'm not in any way trying to denigrate the good name of Jacqueline Chan,
Jacqueline.
but that's just a big statement. I never really thought about it.
There's a really cool video. Jackie Chan won like a Lifetime Achievement Award
At the Oscars.
Was it the Oscars? But his whole package is about his stunt team, and like everybody on his stunt team, like are crying, and like he makes them all cry because he's like, I couldn't do any of it without these guys who are my stunt coordinators who like help me figure out all this shit that I'm gonna like flip off a bamboo and not kill myself.
Sounds like you're admitting to me that you ain't that impressive.
I mean, Jackie Chan's great. I mean,
I'm just joking. I'm just being an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. He thanked the right people. I wonder if they were with him his whole career, shit like that.
Yeah, that was it. Is they're like the same people. I think they're even probably there to help him do the cup stunt.
I wish he became a big star in America in the 80s. I feel like we got him in his 40s and he was already like a little old.
Yeah, when I'm in high school and I'm watching like Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah, that's the first one I ever saw.
Yeah,
that's
Operation.
That was his entree into America. Although when you go back and watch fucking Cannonball Run in 1980, that's an American movie. Jackie Chan's in it.
That's a franchise you guys could do too.
Yeah, we could. I've never seen the sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, Cannonball Run's fun. What a weird
I love that movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I like any movie about a race across country. Rat Race, Death Race 2000, Death Race Not 2000. I like them all.
It's a race.
How have they not made that into a movie yet?
Rat Race.
That's got to be the sequel, right? As soon as Super Mario Brothers. Oh, you were referencing Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah, I was doing Rowan Atkinson.
I thought you were
Italian
referencing
character.
Mario Kart.
No,
yeah,
no,
I just realized. But but what they got to do, right, is if that Chris Pratt Super Mario Brothers movie is successful, follow it up immediately with Mario Kart, and then follow that up with Super Smash Brothers. You got yourself a Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, well, they did have Mario Kart in the Kissing Booth 3.
Yeah, and they do. They could do a Mario Party movie. Then
Logan, you don't talk much, but your points are salient.
Here's my
efficient is what they call it.
Here's my concern with that.
My
Dan.
word's correct too.
My concern with the Mario, like doing a ton of Mario movies, is they're gonna fall into this Lego trap where they just made too many Lego movies in a row. Like I think Ninjago, of course, isn't like for everybody, but also it's this new Star Wars.
You gotta know to space it out, though. It's the kind of thing like. They could still be making successful Star Wars movies today if they didn't put out Han Solo so quickly.
Yep, I agree. That's where they went wrong.
That's where they went wrong.
That was the summer.
It's like they don't even realize. It's like they fuck up once and they get scared off from trying anything ever again. And it's the same thing here. If they waited a year, even just a year, to put out Ninjago, I think they would have been fine. Nobody wanted to see it 8 months after Batman. Nobody even fucking knows what it is. And if it wasn't successful, just fucking ignore it and do more like the other ones.
Yeah, and I think also the biggest issue for this Ninjago movie too is they fucking made it too long. Like it's an hour and 47 minutes. Just like make it a 1:30 and we're in, we're out. This movie, like halfway through, my ratings jumped up and down the whole movie. I'm like, oh, this is fun, but then I'm like, oh, this is so hard to pay attention to.
There
This
was one moment where I thought the movie was literally wrapping up. Like I really thought I was at the end of the movie, and there was a half hour left.
Yeah, that's really rough. Like,
And it's like nothing happened in the half. It's like they wrap up the movie. The movie's solved with a half hour left.
Mhm.
Because the only arc of the movie really is his relationship to Gormagon, his dad. What's his actual name?
Gormadon with a D.
Oh, I'm so close.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
very close. The whole
Okay.
time I was thinking Gormagon though too.
Oh, it's actually
Yeah.
Garmadon. I'm sorry.
Guys, remember when he used Zach as his serial killer apprentice?
Yeah, that's pretty
That
good.
was awesome. All right.
Garmadon. I have to say, I love the Garmadon design. I think he's a really cool looking villain, at least. Like, I have looked up, like, should I get a Garmadon shirt?
Tattoo?
Not a tattoo.
I
I'm not
think
gonna
you should get a giant tattoo, a full chest tattoo of Garmadon.
I should just get his hands, like, hugging me from behind, like the bit that he
Oh,
does.
that's
I love
brilliant.
that.
Yeah, to make it look like he's hugging you.
Yeah, like,
I thought the best joke in the whole movie was actually that whole thing with his arms and how he said he was bit by a snake that was once bit by a spider, so he has the extra arms. That's hilarious.
I like that joke too. I didn't mind this movie as much as I thought I would.
yeah.
I'll say that. I like,
I didn't like it all that much.
but listen to what you're telling me. Last week, you're showing me a movie called the Lego Batman movie. Batman's a character I love, you know, and it's like I hated it. So it's
Mhm.
like, okay, a week later, let's settle down again. You got to watch the next one. This one doesn't have Batman in it. In fact, it has a bunch of annoying shit that was made for kids in Lego sets in the early 2010s. Oh, I never finished talking about Ninjago.
Mm.
Yeah, so anyway, Ninjago was introduced by Lego in 2011, and it was only supposed to run for like 2 years, and it was such a huge success that there was a fan outcry when they ended it, and they had to just keep it going, and now it just exists in perpetuity. It's still going. So Lego fans love the Ninjago. That's why. They probably looked at the sets and they were like, our biggest sellers are Ninjago. That cartoon does well. Let's try that out. I still think they should have done Bionicle.
Here's the issue though. Like they want to serve these kids who like the cartoon, but then they write this movie that like canonically doesn't match up with the story at all. Like Lloyd is the bad guy in the Ninjago series.
What?
Yeah.
Lloyd?
Lloyd, I love that joke too, by the way. Lloyd is great.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh every time. Justin Theroux.
Every time?
Yeah, every time. I was like, oh, he's still doing the Lloyd.
Made me laugh once or twice. Hey,
I like it.
Can
Can I tell you another place where they went wrong?
Thoreau?
No, casting Dave Franco is your lead in this
I
movie.
disagree.
No, he's
No way.
fantastic.
I disagree.
Oh my god, no way.
I think he's amazing. Like, I think he's carrying this whole movie. Like,
I think Dave Franco makes the movie better.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
If Jackie
No,
Chan,
they should call him Dave Wine.
oh wow, geez.
Oh God, an obscure Comp Beasts reference. Keep it to the Patreon,
You didn't have to say that. No one would have known anything.
I guess. I wanted to promote the Patreon again.
yeah,
But I want to talk about Justin Theroux. I got to call a spade here.
Yeah?
he's
Yeah.
got a big wiener, right?
Honestly, he does. Like, that's legit.
Mhm.
Justin Theroux is a nice dick. And
he?
yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, there's
In
seen
what?
it.
The leftovers?
Yeah, there's a
Really?
Yeah, look up Justin Theroux sweatpants.
What?
Yeah.
There's not one where you just see it.
No, man. You see that. You can see exactly the shape of that thing through the
Yeah.
sweatpants, and it's a good thing. Like, if I was a lady and I saw that picture of Thoreau in his sweatpants, I'd be like, he could get it. I mean,
Wait, I don't think you
could
need to
probably
see his
get it anyway.
sweatpants.
But I'm telling you, that dick just looks good. Like, you see dicks all the time. Like wrestler William Regal, one time on live television, his towel slipped and you could see his dick for a second. All right. So we've all seen William Regal's dick, and it just looks like a dick. You don't think anything of it. It's just like, oh, that's embarrassing. His dick popped out. No, Justin Theroux in those sweatpants. It's like that dude should be showing his cock whenever.
He's just like out running. That photo? That's not even in the show, is it?
No, it's not in the show, but we're talking about that one photo.
All right. Yeah.
Looks good, right?
Yeah, it's just like a dick in sweatpants.
Yeah, but like you
I,
can.
I thought you guys had something for me.
We do.
No.
Chuck. All right. Listen, I'm a fan. I'm looking up now. I see it. Look at that dick.
Tammy, you
That's
looking at it,
something to envy. That is something to envy.
Hey guys, I don't need to look it up. I got it burnt in my memory.
Well, I do.
Oh, there's
with,
one zoomed
Bieber.
in on it.
I always know Bieber's hog. I remember that from memory. Remember when he was on that balcony and his dick was out? Yep. All right.
I think of that John Hamm photo too, where his pants are too tight.
That is a good looking dick too, to be honest.
Mhm.
All right. And you don't want it to be, right? You're like, John Hamm, at least his
Yeah.
dick's got to be small, but it's not.
No,
All right.
more like John Pork, right?
Yeah, Ham and
Or
Bubbly.
I should have said John Hogg, right? Like,
That would have been good, but I just used the word hog, so you wanted to change it up.
yeah.
Thoreau is a great dramatic actor. I like him in The Leftovers quite a bit. And he's proven himself to be a comedic talent as well. He co-wrote Tropic Thunder.
Oh, yeah. One of
Yep.
the Iron Mans. I think the second one.
Yeah,
The worst one.
Yeah, but it's a funny one.
No, it's the worst Marvel movie.
Iron Man 2 is an underrated Marvel movie. It is so far from the worst Marvel
Have
movie.
you seen Eternals?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. No,
have
I
you
haven't.
seen basically anything Marvel's put out in the last 2 years?
No,
No.
that's fair. Shang-Chi, people like that.
Shang-Chi is good.
Can I say Marvel since
I saw Black Widow.
WandaVision,
That was good.
since the WandaVision Avengers Endgame, we are down the rabbit hole. These
Oh.
movies are getting worse.
No, yeah, they're all like
Spider-Man was good.
everything's a 3.
Yeah,
No.
they are. They're all 3s now. They all
4.
just look. You go see it, and it's like, all right, that was a Marvel movie.
Miss Marvel has style. Like they're doing something different. I have to say that. I like the 2 episodes so far that I've seen.
That is one of my favorite modern Marvel comics, so I'm looking forward to that one.
You'll
but-
probably be upset because it's one of your favorites then. Just like the Lego Batman movie, because Batman's your favorite. You couldn't get past it.
Is Batman your favorite?
He just said
No,
that in the
no,
he said that in the podcast earlier.
I said
Batman's
he's
my
a
favorite.
character I like.
Oh, you love.
You're just so fucking offended that like this has nothing to do with the Lego Batman movie. I didn't not like the Lego Batman movie because it raped my childhood or some bullshit.
Whoa.
I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want to Batman. I like the Adam West Batman.
Yeah, well, we get to see him.
By the way, you know, I realized after the fact, Logan was talking about the sharks in the Lego Batman movie. And I said they were Jaws references, but I think they were just referencing Adam West Batman when he uses that
shark repellent.
Yeah, he has shark repellent
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
Lego
Batman
Batman
movie.
movie. Yep.
Yeah. So that was actually a pretty good bit. All right. Anyway, what was I? Thoreau. Back to Thoreau.
But I think in the Lego Batman movie, it might have been the shark from Jaws, because it was like it was a villain shark.
Yeah,
Right,
he
but
was it. Yeah,
He was
in
using the
Phantom
shark
Zone.
repellent.
Yeah, and he said
from-
like, "Oh, it worked." Like, because the shark repellent was the one thing that like Robin could touch in the Batcave, right? Like, because he's like, "Oh, that's pointless."
Okay.
Thoreau. We are pro Thoreau on this podcast, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
But I have a big butt for you. Big butt, all right? It's like Nicki Minaj, okay?
Yeah.
What is he doing in this movie?
So you didn't like him?
What are we doing? How is this? I read a lot of reviews of this movie, and I did not hear anyone reference this.
That he's
And
bad?
How? No, he's not. It's not that he's bad.
I know where you're going.
He's doing the exact same voice as Will Arnett as Batman.
Oh, that's interesting.
It really is. Like,
It sounds like he's trying to do a vocal impersonation.
it's a weird choice, and you at this point you know he's at least seen the Lego Movie, right? Like we know animation
It
takes a long time to make, but you have to think that he's like watched the Lego Movie. He
it is
probably didn't see the
so
Lego Batman movie yet.
it's
Um,
so similar that I really think if you are one of the 3 white men that directed this movie, you have to pull him aside and say, you have to recalibrate. It's
Yeah.
too similar.
or just do your normal voice. Like, why does Garmadon have to be
Because he's a
like?
super villain.
Yeah,
But why make him sound all gruff like that? And he's got basically the same personality traits, which is that he's overconfident and he lies a lot. And
Doesn't
Why
need
d-
a family.
yeah, like it's so he reacts to everything identically to how the Lego Batman character would react to things.
This is
Like
good.
I really think it was misconceived on a script level, and then you fucked up. Like, and then you could have saved it by hiring some vocal actor to do something totally out of the box and different. But you hired a dude who literally performed the exact same performance. Like they could have just gotten Will Arnett.
uh, yeah. It's a weird choice. I don't understand that part.
But why isn't this talked about more?
Because no
like,
one
to
saw
me-
this movie.
But to me, that's not true though. Like I there are people on like listeners of this show and critics that I follow on Letterboxd, and I looked it up on IMDb critics reviews and stuff, and I kept looking for somebody to say, yeah, Justin Theroux sounds exactly like Will Arnett, and nobody did. Is it just because I watched these like back to back?
Probably. Like
I did too, but I didn't get it. But I'm stupider than you.
probably, but also like out of this voice cast, I don't think he's the worst like issue that I had in this
I liked
voice
him.
cast. I'm like
I don't dislike the performance.
I think
Yeah.
it's funny.
It's just I can't get past that.
yeah. I mean, but like I like his character. Like I said, I like the design. I ultimately like Garmadon in the movie, so I look past that.
I mean, if you like Lego Batman, you'll like Garmadon.
yeah. Well, burn.
I mean, isn't that true? You both like Lego Batman, both like Garmadon. I like neither one.
wow, those burn just like Garmadon's tears. Honestly,
Ooh, good one.
Here's my problem with the voice cast, and I think there's so many good like noticeable voice actors in this movie.
I know,
and there's
just doing
two.
nothing.
There are 2 voice actors, and I'm really good at watching kids' movies and knowing who's doing the voice and recognizing voice actors. But there are 2 cast members who, why did they cast them? Because I would never be able to pick up their voices ever. And like one
Is
of
it
them,
part of the team?
it is part of the
Because
ninjas.
they cast really funny people to play all of the ninjas. Like every single one of the individual ninjas has a vocal performance that could be the lead vocal performance in a movie, but none of the characters are defined at all.
Yeah.
Like to the
yeah.
point where like even like if you are watching the Ninja Turtles for the first time, you're like, that guy has a blue
Yeah.
eye thing and he's got swords. All right, that's Leonardo. All
Well,
right.
Leonardo leads, everyone knows, and Donatello does machines.
But that's all you need. Just give me one thing. Like this guy's a brooder, or
Well,
that
we-
guy's excited all
well,
the time. Like
but-
something.
Well, here's the problem: is we get that, but like, there's too many ninjas. Is first and foremost the problem, and
That's
they're
a good
keeping
point.
it
There's like
true-
6 of them.
Yeah, they're keeping it true to the show, and I would say
That'd be a great movie title. Too many ninjas.
too many ninjas. You heard of 3 ninjas? Well, we have too many ninjas in this movie.
Yeah, 4.
Oh my god! Well, 6 I think is the issue. I think we have 6 ninjas, which is
So who
is
are
pro-
they? One of them's Kumail. There's
Kumail?
one girl, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Come
and
on.
they even comment on that. She's like, she's a girl and a ninja. Wow.
Yeah.
And she's the
That's Abby. It's
yeah,
Abby from Broad City.
Broad City, and her. I would argue that Kumail, Abby, and Zach Woods, who's the robot, are the like 3 funniest voice performances.
I knew you were gonna say that.
They get
Yeah.
the most. They get the most lines because
I
would
disagree. I noticed Michael Pena.
I didn't.
Yeah, Michael Pena's in there, but he is hard to notice. Like,
I noticed him before I noticed Zach Woods, to be honest.
really?
Like I know he's the robot or whatever, so he's
Yeah.
like more recognizable because he's actually playing a character, but I didn't recognize it
Well,
as Zach Woods. at
Okay, so
first.
then Michael Pena, which one is he? Is he the rock one or is he the fire one?
No, I can't tell you that. I just know that sometimes I would hear a snarky line of dialogue and it would sound like Kumail, and
Yeah.
sometimes it would sound like Michael Pena.
Yeah. Well, Michael Pena and Fred Armisen. I don't even know. I don't think.
Why would you cast Fred Armisen?
Could have been anybody.
Yeah, it's such an anonymous performance.
Could have been me playing this
Yeah,
character.
I think, and I'm pretty sure Fred
Let's
Armisen
not go
is
crazy.
he's the rock. He's the rock one who's a DJ who spins records, right? Like, I think that's his character.
Speaking of
trait.
rock DJ, that's another great Robbie Williams song.
Hmm.
Who?
Remember
Robin Williams?
No, fuck you. Why do I keep bringing up Robbie Williams on this podcast? You don't remember Rock DJ by Robbie Williams? Tim, it was that video where he like stripped off all his skin.
No, I don't
You
remember.
don't remember? He's like dancing on the dance floor, and he gets naked, and then he takes off his skin.
Let me just tell you, I of course remember The Rock, the asexual being, and DJ from Full House. But
You can't put them together.
no, I don't see them together.
I thought you were gonna say
Damn.
international DJ Chris.
Oh, R.I.P.
Stop making comp beast
All right, sorry.
references.
Tim is here. I'm in the mood.
Patreon.com/the franchise.
I'm
All
sorry.
right. No, it's okay.
R.I.P.,
I
by the way.
like promoting the show. All right.
$5 a month. Honestly, if you only have $5, just go in and download all the old episodes and then unsubscribe. That's only $5 for hours of
Sure.
listening pleasure.
That's such a good idea that I should do it with other people's Patreons, but I'd feel bad because I have one of my own. Anyway, I'll probably do it anyway. So, Lego Ninjago movie. Anything else you have to say? I mean, I'm sure there's other shit to talk about, but I just
Did
don't
you like
care.
the
I like
cat?
the cat. Yeah, I did.
Meowthra, right? Like it was a Mothra joke.
Yeah. So obviously, the cat is my MVP.
What?
MVC. And it's not stupid. It's just better than everything else in the movie because it's a cute cat.
I would say I don't like the fact that it's a CG cat. Like, why didn't they just use a
It's
real
not a
cat?
CG cat.
It is. It's a big time CG cat.
It is not. It's a
No,
real cat.
it's real sometimes, but then it's like weird other times.
It's mostly weird. Anytime they needed to do anything, then sit there, it's a weird, gross CG cat, including like the emotional moment when he's talking.
Yeah,
to
I
his
agree with
dad.
that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's a real cat and it's pretty cute. I'll tell you what though, I think I would have popped harder for this cat maybe a couple months ago because there's a better variation on this bit in the Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers movie. All right, where
What,
in
the
this
dog?
movie you've got a life-size cat, right, who's like a monster in this world. But in Chip and Dale's Rescue Ranger, you have Chip, who's just like the size of a chipmunk, right?
Yep.
And he has a pet cat who
No,
turns
dog.
out to. Oh, it's a dog.
He has
All
a
right, well,
dog.
same thing. Same
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, well, we think it's like his wife at the start of the movie, and then it's Sadie. He's like, I got to get home to Sadie, and then it turns out that Sadie is a cocker spaniel.
And that's a brilliant. See, this is the expected thing. Like it's Lego brick people and a cat. Cats are bigger, so it's the monster. In this case, you have a cat that's bigger than a chipmunk, but the chipmunk has it as a pet. That's an outside the box joke. Much funnier. It takes longer than say 30 seconds to come up with.
Do you like the element of this cat though, that it is the cat from Jackie Chan's Real World?
Yeah.
Where it's like also has scratched his hand up and it's a mean cat, right? Like,
Well, this is this is going into Lego Movie 2, which is my biggest problem with that movie was that it's just trying to be Toy Story, where like the worlds are interconnected in every way.
Well, that's what. Okay, I mean, we're gonna talk about that already. Yeah, I agree with Ninjago. Is like, let's just make it a ninja world. I don't need this Lego Movie element where the real world. We're in a kid's imagination, right? In that first Lego movie, where Batman.
But the
Lego,
whole thing is he's telling the kid the story of the legend of Ninjago.
right?
The Lego of Ninja.
So from the very jump, it's already a fictional thing.
We already know that it's Jackie Chan telling a story, but like, okay, then my question is, what is Jackie Chan's character's dad like? That he's like so fucked up that he tells this little kid that like, hey, hey, I'm gonna tell you like the most fucked up
That's a good
dad
point.
story of all time. Like, I wish my dad was Garmadon, because Garmadon comes around at the end, right?
Yeah. He seems very protective too. He must have been. His dad did a number on him.
Yeah, is this little kid Jackie Chan talking to have like a famous dead dad or something, or like what's going on with that little kid? Because then the
that's
movie,
Baron Trump. The kid's Baron Trump.
yeah, and then the movie ends with like Jackie Chan.
He's gonna grow up to be very tall.
Then the movie ends with like
A real pituitary case. All right, go ahead.
Then the movie ends with Jackie Chan telling this kid he's gonna teach him like he's gonna like Karate Kid this kid, right? Like he's like, see you at dawn. We're gonna learn
Karate Kidding a kid is something that Jackie Chan's familiar with. As
Yeah,
the former
right,
Star of the Karate Kid.
Yeah, right. Like I know he's not Mr. Chan. I think. Wait,
when are they gonna bring Jaden into Cobra Kai, guys?
They have to.
When are they gonna bring fucking Jaden into Cobra Kai?
Is that canon? That movie is canon?
They can make it canon, no problem.
Yeah.
Is the other one canon?
Bring
Yeah.
Jackie Chan
One with
into.
the
I
girl?
prefer Jackie Chan. Bring
Yeah,
him
that's
into
canon.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, bring Jackie Chan. Oh, that would be great. Jackie Chan just hanging out with Zapka and LaRussa. So
Yeah,
good. He could come in and be like, yeah, I knew. I actually had the same name as your master. We had the exact same name.
No. He doesn't in that Karate Kid remake. He's not
Mr. Miyagi?
No, that's what he's like. He's Mr. Wang or something. They give him like a Chinese.
So you
last
can
name.
do it, no problem. I'm gonna look it up and make sure that it's actually Mr. Wang. That was your
It's
guess.
not Mr.
Mr.
like-
Wang.
I thought in my head I'm like, oh, it's Mr. Chan, but that's because his name's Jackie Chan. So
You were actually closer. It's Mr.
What-
Han.
Han. Okay.
Like Furious 7.
R.I.P. Han.
Mr. Wang, you took a stab at it. All right.
Well, hey, come on. I'm not being racist. I was
I'm just-
choosing a Chinese last name. I mean, come
I
on.
know. You reminded everybody that I was racist, so I need to get you back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, they have mechs. There's a bunch of Did you like Michael Strahan?
No, I hate Michael
I didn't notice
Strahan in
him.
real life. What
Yeah,
do you mean you didn't notice
I
him?
didn't notice him. Where
Michael-
was he on the news?
Michael
like in the-
Strahan and Robin Roberts are playing themselves throughout this. They are basically like the third leads of this film.
What?
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
guess I just didn't care.
Michael Strahan sucks. What?
Oh, come on.
He's likable to people. This guy.
They give him like his weird tooth gap, and like he has that bald person thing they do for Lego where they put the thing on top to give him a bald head. It was weird. I don't like that element like they did with Alfred, where they have to put like a piece on his head.
Yeah. This movie could have used Alfred.
Who's Alfred?
Pennyworth?
Oh.
Batman's butler? Remember that guy?
Oh yeah, that guy who taught him how to fight.
Ray Fiennes, right?
Yeah, I guess Andy Serkis. All right, what do you want to talk about? Are we
Nothing.
Done with
I give it 2
Ninjago yet?
stars.
Thank you. Oh my god, I stopped paying attention like 5 minutes ago. I give it 2 stars as well. That's all it would ever deserve. But I gotta say, can I say one thing about it?
Mhm.
I liked it more than the Lego Batman movie.
Oh my goodness.
That's insane. What a bad take. I gave it 2 stars
Tim?
as well.
Did we
Yeah,
lose
can you hear
Tim?
me?
We might have lost
I'm-
Tim.
What
They-
the
Wait, I'm
fuck?
I
here.
think Tim didn't want to grade it.
He's on
Wait,
mute
I'm here.
right
I'm
now.
here.
This
I'm sorry.
fucking-
I'm muted by accident.
Oh god.
I was gonna say 2 stars. I agree. This is a 2-star movie. It's so hard to pay attention to. It's too long. There's funny bits in it. But it's the Lego Batman movie's way better than this.
The
I
only funny thing
disagree.
is his arms. That's the only time I laughed. His
No,
arms, that was a good joke.
I laughed a
That's
couple
it.
times.
I like the robot humor. I liked Lloyd. I
Lloyd.
I like the cat.
Yeah, the cat's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackie Chan's funny.
Yeah,
in general.
Jackie
I liked him as Master Wu, and like when he's counting the 7 butterflies, and you know how he keeps dying and coming back. That's all good stuff.
I like his beard. How like he doesn't have a mouth and the beard just
Yeah.
moves. That's
Yeah.
good.
Garmadon's like, oh, what's he saying? The omelet weapon? And it's like, that sounds delicious.
Oh right, the ultimate weapon.
He's like, no, I think he's saying the ultimate omelet weapon. Yeah, sounds great.
There was what about that part where there's like a montage of fake movies? Like they really went outside the box with some of those fuckers.
Did you,
Yeah.
Well, I thought there was a part you would
What
like,
were
Dan,
they?
when we see
There's a reference. They show like a trailer for Lock 2, a sequel to the fucking movie with Tom Hardy in a car.
I also like the parts when they do talk about the ultimate weapon and we see like the montage of like real life action stuff, like it's just a bunch of explosions and eagles and stuff.
Oh yeah, well it just looks like
That's very
that always-
21 Jump
any-
Street. They do that a lot in
any-
21 Jump Street with the
and
Wi-Fi
anytime they-
thing, the drug.
and anytime they do that in anything, it's just a rip off of Tim and Eric. Tim and Eric
Yeah.
pioneered that.
Well, that's why I like it. I also did you like that Garmadon shows his book on Ninjago that he wrote, and it looks just like the cover of Dianetics.
I didn't notice that. No,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
who does that?
Garmadon.
Yeah, Garmadon. Well, also Master Wu shows his book, right? Like I wrote the book on Ninjago, and it's all white, and it's got like.
So is Garmadon supposed to be an L. Ron Hubbard analog?
Well, I mean, he says I also wrote the book on evil Ninjago, and then like they're like, oh, look, so many 1-star reviews, and he's like, yeah, it's probably trolls. And then he like looks at his own cover of his book, and you look over, and
Oh yeah,
he's got 1-star reviews on the cover as well.
that annoyed me. That broke the reality of that scene for me.
Yeah.
Is that like the most meaningless thing I've ever said? Maybe.
Who's your MVP?
The cat.
I don't know.
You don't know, Logan?
No. Nobody stood out to me. I
Oh
thought Thoreau, but then you guys were like, he sucks in this movie.
Oh, listening. If you want to go Thoreau,
Yeah,
that's
go
your
Thoreau.
prerogative.
I like
go for
Jackie
it.
Chan, but he's not really in it too much. I'll
Oh,
go
I'm
Justin
choosing
Thoreau.
Jackie
He made me
Chan.
laugh. Justin Thoreau made me laugh.
Yeah, Jackie Chan's my MVP. Anything he's in, MVP.
That's fair.
All right, LVP.
LV
Who do you got?
Well, I hate to do it to you guys, but I'm gonna go Dave Franco.
That's fine.
stupid.
Whatever you want.
He's my, Michael Strahan.
Oh, such a good pick. I'll just go Thoreau.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I have a different segment for you guys since I'm here.
Oh,
Guys, who is you? Who?
Oh.
Who? Hey, Dan, Logan, who is me in this movie?
So this is a segment we do on We Love Kids movies. Who is Tim? Well, you're a good father.
I have the
So you're
perfect
not
one for you too.
Gormadon. Really?
who am I?
Yeah.
Lloyd.
Yeah, Logan's
Yeah, you
Lloyd.
are Leloid,
And-
dude. That
and
is
Dan?
a good call.
Dan, you're Garmadon, of course, in this
What?
relationship.
Oh no, he's not
I'm
absent.
not as withholding with love.
Yeah. come
Well,
on.
you're Garmadon at the end of the movie. Dan,
You're the
you're
cat
gonna
trying
love-
to keep us apart.
Dan, you're
don't-
gonna
who's-
love having 4 hands. Let me just say that.
Oh, God. Who's Tim in this movie, if anybody?
Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah, maybe. I guess you are Jackie Chan.
Oh, thanks,
don't know
Master
who
Wu. I'm your
Yeah.
guys' master.
It's
Yeah,
hard
a
because
little
none of
bit.
the other ninjas have characteristics. So you can't
That's
really...
a good point. Yeah.
Well,
I can't just say you're like Kumail.
Yeah, you're
Well,
Fred Armisen. It
Kumail,
doesn't work
yeah,
that way.
Kumail's character is scared. That's his characteristic.
I thought Kumail was pretty good. Actually, I'll say that. I usually don't
mean,
like him. I thought he was all right.
You usually Why don't you usually like him?
I don't know. He annoys me a little bit.
Kumail?
Yeah. I mean, we did something with him. I think one of the Pitch Perfects, and I didn't really. Was it that?
Yeah.
Might have been something else. I didn't really like him too much.
He annoys me sometimes, but I
Did you ever see
I will-
Stuber?
No, I did not see that. No, you're right. I guess in some of these mainstream movies, like I really hated that movie, The Lovebirds.
You should see
He's
that. It's
a-
Batista.
He's
That's when he got jacked.
he's awful in Kenobi.
Oh, you think Kenobi?
Did-
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you see The Lovebirds?
Yeah, kind of. I
It is
actually
so
did kinda.
wild how often they are using lifts in that movie. He's in Stuber like the same year. Like
Yeah.
I like if I was Uber, I would have made sure that he didn't make any lift heavy films.
He's like the Verizon guy who went over to Sprint.
He is like that. Okay, anyway. I just take a piss. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go too. Actually, I'm trying to
Alright,
leave
great.
Tim alone, but I'm gonna leave Tim alone.
Well, I'm left alone now, and joke's on them. I thought I had muted, but I didn't, and I was driving my car because some guy with a leaf blower was right near me and it was bothering me. So there you go.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. I was hosting. I talked about how I thought I was muted because I was driving my car because of a leaf blower was bothering me. So
Oh, at least it wasn't turkeys.
yeah, there was a deer.
You in the same spot? Do you go to the same spot?
I go to the same spot because I have great Wi-Fi here. I can connect to the college campus's Wi-Fi from my car right here.
When you pee in the bottle, do you stay in your car while you
Yeah,
do that, or do you
yeah,
get
yeah,
out? You stay in the car.
Yeah, most of the time I'm talking to you guys still.
That is incredible. It really is.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm back. Thoreau?
Thoreau.
Yeah, it sounds like hello.
Mm-hmm.
Are we? Can I just go into the next?
You think Jennifer Aniston said you had me at Thoreau?
No, you know what? Jennifer Aniston saw that sweatpant picture and was like, "You had me at that sweatpant picture."
Oh my god, that would be, I think, the best thing if you were a Hollywood actor and like a picture comes out confirming that you have a huge dick and you're already like a really good-looking, rich, talented guy. You've got it made in the shade, right?
Chris Evans, right? He did that to himself.
Oh yeah.
I really do think he did that to himself.
Well, he
Yeah.
did, but the question is, was it on purpose? And I think yes.
Yeah,
I think it was on purpose, and also
you know when you have a fucking dick pic in your
Is-
camera roll.
is
You
Chris-
know that.
is Chris Evans after the ladies though? Do we think?
Oh, is that in question?
Yeah. Well, I just get a vibe.
Get out of here. He fucked.
He loved
Jenny
Agent Carter.
Slate.
Jenny Slate, really?
He was with Jenny Slate for a long time. Yeah.
Sounds like a career move for Jenny Slate.
Are you kidding me? No, it was like an amazing thing. Like they broke up and got back together. It seemed like a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like a fraught relationship.
Okay. If they got back together, I believe it.
Yeah. Chris Evans doesn't seem like a super composed human at all, right?
This is definitely gonna age well. Tim on a podcast going, I think that guy's fucking gay.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
There's nothing wrong with it, but I think he's a
wait,
fucking fag,
we're
all
back?
right?
Wait. I didn't think we were back from the break.
We're long back from the break.
Oh no! Bleep all of it, Logan. Bleep all of it.
This is a bit. You really want me to bleep on?
No, that's in the podcast.
Oh my god.
Who cares? You think he's gay?
Yeah, no, I don't think anything's wrong with it. I just get maybe bi vibes or something.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that either.
No, I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I'm totally open to it. I think he's a hot dude too. Like, what do you want?
Very hot.
Yeah, but you said it like, I'm pretty sure Jenny Slate's a beard. This little gay boy over here, fucking Ferry Evans, Captain Ferry.
No. The thing that I was hating on is I feel like most of Chris Evans' online persona is the most manufactured bullshit ever. Like, I don't like.
You can say that about anybody.
No, but I'm telling you, Chris
But
Evans
he is the
especially.
Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
Mr. Nice Guy.
But that's true of every single one of those Avengers. Marvel controls those fuckers.
Not everyone, but
Yes.
I would
Hemsworth is the same
Hemsworth
personality.
Sucks. Yeah, but Hemsworth is not as online as Chris Evans, and Chris Evans wants to everyone to be like, "Oh, you're awesome, dude. You're cool." So.
Actor wants to be considered awesome. News at 11.
Okay, fine. I'm a dumbass. Okay, what do I know? I don't know anything. Fine. I'm I'm sorry, Evan. Hey, let's talk about Kumail Nanjiani being on HGH. That's what I'm more passionate.
It's fucking self-promotion, bro. That's all Hollywood is now. You gotta self-promote.
Okay, fine. I regret everything I just said. Cancel
Yeah.
me, please.
It is fucking insane that Kumail did all that HGH, though.
Yeah. The best part was how long the Eternals had to
I know.
be on the shelf, so he had to maintain it for that long to get to the premiere. And also,
you know what's great though is he doesn't have to maintain it anymore because the movie wasn't a success and will be forgotten about.
They mentioned Kingu in Miss Marvel.
Yeah, they'll bring in one or two of the ones that people liked, but you are never gonna see the full Eternals team ever again.
Are you saying we're never gonna see Pip the Troll, Penn Oswald, and Starbuck?
Yes, you will in season 2 of What If on Disney Plus. All right. They made another one of these Lego movies after that. Lego Movie 2. The Lego Movie 2, the second part. So basically, even though the Lego Batman movie was successful, they kind of called 2017 a wash. And they were like, let's just sequelize the one everyone liked. All right.
Yeah, one of the two everyone liked.
They would have made
the one that everybody liked.
Yeah, they would have made a Lego Batman 2, I think, if they didn't kill their franchise.
Yeah, if they didn't let it get bought up by Universal, like the second this movie came out and didn't do well, like idiots. Fucking, what is this company? Warner Brothers? Warner Brothers is the second dumbest film studio next to Sony.
What are you talking about? Warner Brothers gave us the Serververse, bro.
Fucking, you're right. They are. They're just as desperate as Sony for this cinematic universe shit. It's horrible.
They had Harry Potter though. You gotta give them that.
And they and again, remember we called out the beginning of Secrets of Dumbledore. It says like Wizarding World, like it's DC or some bullshit. Yeah, it's horrible. I hate Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
you can see Warner Brothers. They think one of their franchises is just Clint Eastwood movies. They see that as a franchise now.
The Mule Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, like the Mule Cry
MCU.
Macho. They promote all those movies the exact same way now. Like, look at the posters. They're the same poster.
Yeah, old man angry.
Yeah. Old man looking stern, close-up face. All right. So Lego Batman 2 comes out Feb 8, 2019. All right. They were originally going to have Chris McKay direct it, the Lego Batman movie guy. But then Lego Batman movie it was still going when they were starting this movie or some shit, so he couldn't do it. Anyway, they replaced him with Rob Schrab.
Yep.
You familiar with that fella?
Oh yeah, big time. I used to listen to Harmontown. Dan Harmon's friend, Rob Schrab, created Scud, the
disposable assassin.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
comic book.
Yeah, Rob Schrab's really talented, dude. They did what was it called? Channel 101?
Yeah, Channel 101, which was and like famously what's the Jack Black motorcycle
Heat Vision and Jack.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. So Rob Schrab had his fingers in a lot of really cool pies, like all through his entire career, mostly involving Dan Harmon. And then he gets hired to direct this, and then suddenly leaves due to creative differences. Reminded me of Lord and Miller on Solo and Edgar Wright on Ant-Man. Creative differences is what they call it when a director wants to make an interesting movie and the studio says no.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was listening to Harmontown about this time when he was super excited to be doing the Lego movie, and then comes back super depressed, and he's depressed for like 6 months afterwards. So they clearly fired him, and it was a big bummer for Rob Schrab, I guess. But
it would have been a huge break for him. Rob Schrab is a guy, like one of these dudes who's just this talented Hollywood hanger-on that has just been waiting for the right thing for ages.
Yeah, I think that like this Lego movie is really affected by the Me Too movement, and
Why? What happened there?
I think that no, I think that like there was the Me Too movement. Really, the only thing that like it resulted in was like this whole era of like more women representation in movies as far as like protagonists, right? Um,
Were there a lot of women protagonists in this movie?
there's more.
Tiffany Haddish,
Yeah, there's
Oh,
more
I guess
female.
so.
Yeah, and there's that.
Maya
There's
Rudolph.
But why is that a
general
bad
mayhem.
thing? Like
It's
that
not a
wasn't the
bad.
problem with the
It,
movie.
it's not a bad thing. I just think that like what happens is like then people like
Tim, people are gay and there's too many ladies in movies.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I like this movie a lot.
A lot. Whoa.
Yeah,
that's
I do.
overstating it.
I do like this movie. Well,
I think it's the worst Lego
underrated.
movie. I think this is the worst Lego movie.
That's the bad.
I haven't ranked it yet, but it's in the bottom 2.
It is in the bottom 2 for me as well, but I think it's good. I like it fine. I just think that like this is that era where they're like making the new Charlie's Angels and they're making Ocean's 10 and all this.
Okay, so what's the problem? Warner Brothers wanted to answer that call.
Yeah, answering the call for sure. And I think that like moviegoers just like feel like, oh, this is a woke thing, so they revolt against it. And with Lego fatigue,
That's why? I really think it's what?
I think
People
that's
didn't see this because Tiffany Haddish is in it? What?
I think that's part of the issue where like I think they sold it off because of it. I think this movie works well. I like the representation in this movie. I just think that's one of the elements that made it not succeed.
No, I just think you should never have made a sequel to the first one. I think like that first one was a brilliant way to establish this.
I like seeing all these characters though. I like
But you finished the story. They finished the story. The
Yeah.
movie that we talked last week. The first Lego movie is the only one of these movies that actually has like a screenplay that you could probably like read from front to back, and it would have a story and something to say and characters you like.
Yeah, right.
And so you reach the end of that, and they finished the story. Like, sure, you can maybe like do another Lego movie and incorporate some of these characters the way they did with the Lego Batman movie. But like, you've done this. This is a backward step. This might as well be Solo, a Star Wars story. You're telling me something I could not have any interest in a million years. Like, there's no story to be told here.
I mean, the first movie ends with like the cliffhanger of like, oh, the sister's getting involved. So we logically are telling the story of the brother and sister interacting in with each other.
But it was the kind of cliffhanger like
Yeah, I
how
know.
people think at the end of Back to the Future they were setting up Back to the Future 2 where we're going, we don't need roads. No, it was just a cute end for the movie. And then when they actually did do a sequel, like Zemeckis and Gale had to be like, all right, well, I guess we gotta like go with the thing
To
we
the
set
future.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing kind of ends on a cliffhanger. You're like, which one of them is the thing? They could have made a sequel to that where like they have to come and you
Right.
find out who.
That is true. And
That's
how
a perfect ending.
lame would that be? How fucking lame would a sequel to the thing be where you find out which one of them it is?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we could never do that because I guess there's no sequel. It's just remakes.
Yeah.
No, there's a prequel.
Oh, yeah, there's a prequel.
Henry always said we could do the thing because there's a prequel.
You guys could do well, if you want to do the thing, you could just do the Fantastic Four movies, right?
Hell yeah, bro. Rise of the Silver Surfer.
But only one of those has Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I think.
It's clobbering time, I think.
Yeah. Hey, but watch out. Don't hurt your ankle.
Yeah,
All right.
Yancey Street, right?
Well, I was making it CM Punk joke.
I know, I got it.
All right. Oh yeah, Yancey Street. That's where he lives with his Aunt Petunia. All right. So once they fire Rob Schrab, they're like, well, we hired a cutting edge director. Let's get one with all those edges sanded off, baby. So they get the great Mike Mitchell, double M, as I like to call
Hell
him.
yeah.
Director of the second best Shrek movie.
Second best. I mean, we all know the proper ranking, and this
we certainly do Shrek Forever After, Shrek 2, Puss in Boots, Shrek the Third.
No, 2143. We all know that. 2143.
2-1. That is dumb.
Well, you're
That's how I rank Toy Story.
Yeah.
That actually might not be true. We'll find out soon.
4, 3.
probably 2
No,
and 3,
3's
4.
better than 4. 4 sucks.
Yeah.
All right,
doesn't
so let's
suck.
talk about him. Mike Mitchell, he got to start as a live. We've talked about him on the Shrek thing, but we haven't talked about him with you two. He got to start as a live action director. Did Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, which we're covering probably next week, and I have no idea. And then you followed that up with Surviving Christmas, which recently figured into my most rewatched movies list on patreon.com/the franchise. 5 minuscule fucking dollars, you cheap bitches. And then
By
I
the way,
called my listeners bitches.
by the way, Logan's go-to Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life. Dan's is
No, I had Elf,
Surviving
I had
Christmas.
Gremlins. Come on.
Well, I can't tell if you're making fun of me for having the worst movie or making fun of Logan for having the more obvious pick.
Yeah. You get listen, pay $5 to find out which one I'm making fun of. I'll reveal it on copies this
Great.
week.
So after Surviving Christmas, he did Sky High, which figured into
Hell yeah.
Logan's list of the most rewatchable movies ever.
Yeah.
And then he did Shrek Forever After. Now we catch up with him.
My most watchable list.
Jeez.
All right. So what did he do after Shrek Forever After? They were like, well, this guy's clearly great at making sequels to animated movies that are bad. So he follows up Shrek Forever After with Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked.
Nah.
Is that the fourth? Third?
Chipwrecked
I would say
is
fourth if
third.
I had to
No,
guess.
Shipwrecked is third. It's David Cross is in it in a pelican costume.
Is the fourth and Nutty by Nature?
No, fourth is the road
That's
chip.
Nut Job.
The Road Chip, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then he does SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. Have you seen that?
I have.
No.
Ooh, SpongeBob. What is SpongeBob?
Now he's well, I know a few things about him. He lives in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, that's all I know. Actually.
He's absorbent and porous, and porous is
Yellow.
Listen, it's well established on this show that I simply do not understand SpongeBob SquarePants. I cannot make the show make sense in my head, and it frustrates me.
I've been pitching it for years. SpongePod Squarecast. He's been shutting me down.
It's almost worth it just for the name. All right, so he follows up with Trolls. He does the first Trolls.
The OP Trolls, of course.
Yeah, and which is better, Tim? You've seen them both. What World Tour or not World Tour?
Well, World Tour is.
Do you like the Trolls to be in the same city throughout or traveling about?
I dislike World Tour greatly, mostly because. I famously hate.
Did you
Justin.
pay $20 for it in the middle of the pandemic? Is that why?
Absolutely, I paid $20 in the pandemic to watch it. It was enjoyable to see a movie at home. I didn't have to take my kids and be bored out of my mind. Have to say, what they do in Trolls World Tour is an abortion to cinema.
Whoa!
They firmly establish that at the end, and this is a spoiler for the first Trolls movie, but Branch, who's
by the
way,
Trolls World Tour soon they can't even show it in Alabama.
Oh yeah, because it's
sorry, Logan. Yeah.
But they clearly establish in the world of Trolls that Branch, he's able to love again, and his colors change from black and white back to his original colors, which are blue and green. And then they fucking turn him black and white again in the World Tour. They ignore the canon of the fucking first movie.
Wow,
it pisses me off.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So it looks like this after Lego Movie 2, his career is dead. He's gone back to TV and did a Nickelodeon show with felt puppets called The Barbarian and the Troll. You familiar with this?
Nope.
No.
All right, well, that's what he's doing right now.
All right. Good for him.
So poor Double M, get it together, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, he wrote 2 episodes of the original SpongeBob SquarePants show before he was a famous director. Maybe you know those episodes.
What are they?
Do you recall one? SpongeBob hears that Mr. Krabs cannot get a good night's sleep on his lumpy mattress. So with the help of Patrick and Squidward, SpongeBob buys Mr. Krabs a brand new mattress and throws the old one away. Once Mr. Krabs learns of the switch, he falls into a cash coma. all of Mr. Krabs' money was hidden in that old mattress.
Yeah, classic.
Yep.
You remember this one?
Yeah, vaguely. What's the
Well,
other
Mike
one?
Mitchell wrote it. He also wrote
It's not
one.
a great one.
Oh, sorry, Jesus. Eugene H. Krabs and Sheldon J. Plankton have been business rivals and bitter enemies for longer
Is
than
this the
anyone
first
can remember.
episode?
Nope. But one day, during another one of Plankton's failed attempts at stealing the Krabby Patty formula, Eugene reveals that they were not always this way. There was a time when the two rivals were actually the best of friends.
Oh, classic.
No,
And
not
there's a
really.
series
I guess
of
it's an origin
flashbacks.
story episode.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No, not really.
Yeah. Sounds like they're
Mr.
retconning
Krabs
some
is
of the.
Clancy Brown. Who knew?
Oh, is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Anyway, so this movie.
Clancy Brown's probably got a lot of money.
Didn't he just die?
What?
He's probably got a lot of money.
Clancy Brown?
Yeah, he
Oh, just
played
from
Mr. Krabs forever.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Hey,
That's probably what he has the most money from of anything his whole career.
He was
Look-
in like Frank
look up who
Darabont stuff though,
Look
right?
up who Patrick is,
Like
Dan.
what?
I don't know. Seeing the Shawshank Redemption.
He's in Starship Troopers. I know that much.
All right. Yeah.
Hey,
Clancy
did we
Brown.
lose Tim again?
Are you guys?
I don't
I've
know.
been.
Did we?
What the fuck is with this guy?
What
It's
the hell?
muted again. Stop
I-
muting yourself.
I didn't mean. I muted by itself. I don't know how that happened, but the whole time I'm like, look up who's the voice of Patrick. And
I already
it's
know that. It's Bill Fagerbakke
Yeah, Dauber from Coach.
and Marshall's dad from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P. That's funny. Yeah. Remember Basque Ice Ball?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good bit.
pretty good.
All right, so this came out Feb 8, excuse me, right before Halloween. I mean, Valentine's Day. God, what is wrong with me? On a budget of $99 million.
That's crazy.
They were like, keep it under 100. Keep it under 100, all right? And they did. Box office of $192.5 million. Came in at number 29 at the box office between two much better movies, Little Women and Hustlers. And was nominated for awards from two different awards voting bodies. Who do you think?
Oh, well, of course, the Oscars. and
Put it past them.
I don't know, BAFTAs.
No, KCA.
Oh,
KCA
KCA.
for you. Yeah, they
Ooh.
nominated it. Best animated movie, it lost to Frozen 2.
Oh my
well,
god.
didn't have it.
That's probably worse.
By the way,
Yeah, classic.
But-
What was that?
yeah. By the way, Frozen 2 and Lego Movie are both like kids' movies about growing up. And I think those are the two parts of the movie I hate the least or I hate the most is like they're trying to like grow with the audience rather than just like doing the same thing over and over again. They're like, oh, we're going to mature. This is about maturing. And like the whole fucking Frozen 2 is all about Olaf maturing as well.
Is it? I don't even remember that. That movie
Yeah.
sucked.
I just remember it being about a magical song.
Frozen 2 sucks.
No, it doesn't.
It's bad.
The song is good, though. Into the Unknown is as good as Let It Go.
Mm,
Sure, fine.
yeah, fine, whatever. As good.
Listen to this, fuck-
This dog food's as good as this dog.
What?
Let It Go sucks.
It's better than a lot of shit you like, motherfucker.
Well, I'm tortured by hearing Let It Go.
Yeah, it was played a lot, so we probably hate it more than we should.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got this guy. Like, Logan had A Star Is Born on his list. Like, fucking, they never played Shallow. Yeah.
I listened to that a lot on my own.
Hmm.
And the other
Yeah, me
shit
too,
from that.
but- All right. The KCAs, they also nominated Pratt for Best Animated Voice. And,
Okay.
and he lost to Josh Gad
Jesus Christ.
for,
Oh my god.
for both Frozen 2 and the Angry Birds movie 2.
Oh, he got
I didn't know they
wow,
could do
he
that.
got nominated for both?
Yeah,
one did he
the
win for,
KCAs
though?
do that.
Oh, he won
For
for
both.
both?
By the way, Angry Birds 2 is good too.
Really?
I like Angry Birds 2. It's got a couple funny bits.
Okay.
I'm sure it's great. Tiffany Haddish was nominated for both this and The Secret Life of Pets 2.
Hate Secret Life of Pets.
Remember that part where they play that System of a Down song, though? That's good.
That's in the first one.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah. Do you remember that in The Secret Life of Pets 2, they have to replace the main voice actor with Patton Oswalt?
Louis?
Oh, because it was Was it Louis?
It's
Is that who
Louis.
it was?
Yeah, Louis.
That dude, that is such a huge, like, that could have been a massive franchise. And Louis,
Guys, I just remembered why I had the Me Too comparison for this Lego movie as well. We have a couple cast members who got low-key canceled during this time, and they wrote them out of the Lego movie Part 2.
Who?
Morgan Freeman had an issue where he was on a press junket and he told a pregnant woman that he basically wanted to fuck her.
Yeah,
and
she should have let him.
And she made it a big deal that she was creeped out about it.
Oh
which
man. Wow, bummer. Shame you have no sense of humor, and you should have let Morgan Freeman fuck you with his dick.
And so Morgan Freeman, of course, is in the first one. In the first
I
one,
don't care anymore. Bill Cosby's out of prison. The Me Too movement's dead.
Yeah. Well, of course. And then Liam Neeson, of course, had his issue, which was where he was canceled.
Oh yeah,
I love it. That it'll always be the case where white people cancel the person and then black people put them in something. Like, I just saw Liam Neeson in fucking Atlanta playing himself, acknowledging that situation, being totally hilarious, and here, like, white people will be like, no, you can't be in the Lego movie, and black people will be like, you can be on my show, and you can literally, like, discuss what the fuck you meant by that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. All right.
He was also in Men in Black. I just didn't see that.
I was just saying they wrote them out of this movie clearly because of that. I mean, you get the ghost of I forget his character's name from the first
Bad
movie,
cop,
but
good cop, bad cop.
Not well, bad cop is there, but they just like he's just not in the story at all. But they they punch like Metal
Bad
Beard
Cop. That was like a major character in the first
he was
one.
your MVP, bro.
That's right. I forgot that.
Bad Cop, like in the beginning when Emmett's listening to the remix of Everything Is Awesome, he sees Bad Cop, and Bad Cop like goes from good cop to bad cop, and then like just walks away, and that's the last we see of I think we see Bad Cop falling into the Armageddon chasm as well. But other than that, and then the Morgan Freeman character just gets punched out of the movie like at the very beginning. Also, I think for budget they just low key kind of minimalize Will Ferrell. I almost called him William Ferrell.
Yeah, I thought he was good though. He has the
he
where
like drives away. He has the like, you guys can handle this, right?
yeah. President Business, like, yeah, go take care.
He's gonna go golf. Yeah.
And then he's just off screen in all the live action parts as well.
Well, he comes back though, right? He's
No,
live action in this.
No.
They have Maya
That's
Rudolph.
not true.
You see a flashback to the first movie.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think we see any new Will Ferrell.
It fooled me.
There's no new Will Ferrell.
No, doesn't he leave? He leaves at one point when he says...
No, you cut to the kids and you hear his voice saying, "You kids handle this. I'm leaving."
How the fuck did I not notice this?
You got tricked, man.
I did. That's movie magic.
Wow, movie magic. And did you notice his last line of the movie?
Yeah, I loved it.
He asked Maya Rudolph, "Where's my pants?"
Yeah, that's great.
Why is that a thing?
The TV show from the first movie.
Yeah, in the first movie, there's a
Where
whole
are
TV
my
show they watch.
pants?
Oh yeah, where are my pants? Yeah, good call.
Yeah,
I liked that bit too from the first movie.
Apparently
The
not.
first movie's a lot better than all these movies.
they made the second one.
Movies, I feel like the other three Lego movies are bad enough that you think the first one's worse in your head.
No,
I do anyway.
What do you think about them making this one a musical?
Bad idea.
I don't hate it as an idea, but it didn't work because none of the songs were good, and it just leads to them playing Everything Is Awesome about 14 times in different variations, and it gets annoying.
Well, you don't like this song's gonna get stuck inside your head, which is the Everything Is Awesome.
It's just like, it's the kind of thing like 10 seconds into it, it's like, I see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what you're doing, and you can't have a sequel to Everything Is Awesome. Like, the premise of Everything Is Awesome is that it's like some bullshit saccharine radio jam that's it's not even saccharine. It's just like this like fun shit that goes in one ear and out the other and like makes you forget about.
And it made sense
that
it was like that it was his favorite song because it was a generic thing. He's a generic character. He liked like the most generic show,
Yep.
the most generic music. Like it made sense in the first movie as a thing.
It's not generic though, because it turns out that the Elizabeth Banks character wrote it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
crazy.
were you happy to find out that origin story?
That was a wild twist,
Yeah,
huh?
what a twist.
Hey, I gotta say, remember I liked Elizabeth Banks in the first movie?
Mhm.
I didn't like her in this movie. The
I
same
did more,
thing
kind of.
the same thing happened in Pitch Perfect. What is happening
Yeah.
where I used to like Elizabeth Banks and I now find her annoying?
She
What is
yeah,
that?
I
What
don't-
changed? Because I can't pinpoint it.
I think it's related to the Me Too stuff. I feel like she's like super vocal and all that stuff, and she
But
directed.
why should that translate to her performances?
I don't know. Like I think she gets worse too. Like maybe it's just like she's more present in like the sequels, and it's
Maybe
like
she's just like focused more on directing and activism, so she's not putting the same effort into acting.
Yeah,
I have
it's-
no idea.
yeah, because I find Wild Style. I mean, I know she's the main character of this one, so it's like hard to be like, oh, I don't like her as much. But and Emmett's really the villain. Like, and they're commenting on how like, oh, you did all the hard stuff in the first movie, but he's the hero. Like for
Yeah,
some
I like
reason.
that.
Yeah, that I mean, I like that too. I just find that like, Wild Style is just like a less impressive character. The thing that I don't like about the Lego 2 movie is like they so clearly are merchandise focused that they redesigned every single character to have
Yeah.
a little bit different so that
Oh,
even if
yeah, the
even
I
hair.
noticed that with Unikitty especially.
yeah, well, Unikitty's mostly in angry mode, right? Which my kid has that Lego set where she's the big angry. Like
oh right,
Mad
because they're
Max.
doing like a post-apocalyptic
it's
thing in this
it's
movie.
like Fury Road, right?
I
Like,
sort of liked it at first. You know what
Yeah.
I wanted them to do? There's one point where they're starting to do the bit where they're like racing and shit.
Yeah.
And what I thought would have been fun is like a Lego. Wait, this is just harkening back to what I enjoy, which is races across the country.
Yep, there you go.
I think the Lego Movie 2 should have just been a wild race across the country. Like they should make a Lego movie because they have all of these characters. I
Yep.
mean, they can't anymore. Like, but back then they should have. They should have done something like
Bro.
wacky races.
Yeah, I was just
You know,
gonna say you like the Laugh Olympics. That's what you
yeah,
like.
yeah, Laugh Olympics and wacky races. I love that shit. Just do that.
Yeah, that would be good. A Wacky Races movie would be good too for our Hanna
Dude,
Barbera.
yes,
cinematic universe.
absolutely. And you can bring in all those fucking Scoob characters
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, would be good.
I would watch the fuck out of that. Wacky Races was a good show. And I especially liked it as a kid because people always won the race. You know, like you watch so many things like as a kid. Like I remember they made a big deal about a comic once where like the Flash and Superman were going to race around the world. And ultimately what happened was they got like distracted by a supervillain halfway through and stopped to beat him up. And then they ended up fucking tying or something.
Of course.
And like that happens in all kids shit. And the coolest thing about Wacky Races was every episode, someone would win the race.
And they would let. There was an episode where Dick Dastardly won
Yeah.
one week, and it's like you let the
Snidely
villain.
Whiplash
Yeah.
or some bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah,
The little
that's
dog.
good. Yeah.
Muttley. Yeah,
Muttley, good
Remember
call.
in that Scoob movie, Muttley dies.
I didn't see that. Fucking
Crazy.
spoilers,
Oh,
bro.
sorry.
Um,
Okay.
I didn't finish the awards.
Oh, okay. Okay, please.
Hey, Tiffany Haddish lost ultimately. I started talking about her getting nominated, and she lost to Beyonce for The Lion King.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Beyonce fans can convince themselves that Beyonce is talented at almost anything.
Wait, this is an acting award or a singing award?
It's supposed to be for acting. All right, the people. I mean, I'm not going to complain about the Kids' Choice Awards. Who cares? But the People's Choice Awards we have here.
People make the choice.
It's up to the people to choose as they see fit. All right.
Fitbit.
Yeah. Choice Awards for the people. So, it was nominated for Best Family Movie, and it lost to the live-action Aladdin.
Wow.
Mm. Slap-again, more like Slap-again.
More like Mom. What is it?
Armageddon?
Armageddon, right? And Haddish and Pratt were both nominated for vocal performance, which is, it's bisexual. In the what do you actually call that? Unisex, yeah.
kitty sexual.
Yeah, and they lost to Beyonce as well.
Ah,
Yeah,
she was a good
Beyonce.
lion.
What a joke! Remember, she had that Beyonce Lion King visual album.
Yeah, it was great.
It was all original songs by Beyonce, inspired by her great work on Disney's The Lion King. It came out a year after the Lion King movie, almost like Beyonce made The Lion King, and she was like, "I can't stop. I'm just too inspired. I've got to work more on these songs about the Lion King."
Yeah. Whatever. I'm fine with it.
I think Beyonce sucks. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
As a singer, bad
No,
voice.
you can't
Beyonce.
say that. She's incredibly talented, great singer, great dancer, beautiful woman. I think that her songs leave something to be desired.
What's her best solo song? Is Say My Name the best thing she ever did?
No, what's the one? Formation. The Lemonade has good stuff on it.
Yeah, okay, I don't really know that much.
Yeah.
Obsessed is your favorite thing she ever
I
did.
think
yeah. I do like her.
I think Gold Member's pretty good. He
yeah, I mean, this is a person we lionize as being like one of the greatest
Lionize?
artists of our time. Yeah, I know.
I like it.
and like she was in the Lion King, Gold Member. Like her credits all suck.
Well, he had the Midas touch, but he touched it too much. He's Gold Member.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jay-Z at first.
Mm.
All right, so let's talk more about the movie, I guess. I'm done with the stats and shit.
I like Charlie Day in this movie. He's fun. Very much more spaceship focused in when he sings. Anytime you get Charlie Day singing is great. And he sings that loving spaceships is his one defining trait.
Yeah, he's good. Better in the first one.
He has more to do.
Yeah.
What about Stephanie Beatriz? That was weird.
Yeah, that's one of the more confusing elements of the whole movie for me. When like the reveal when she pulls off the helmet, and I'm like, is this like a Lego character I don't know? Because like there are girl Legos, right? They're called Lego Friends.
Yeah.
And they're like weirdly shaped. And my daughter has a bunch of like Lego Friends, but like I'm like, is this like the number one Lego Friends person? Like, who is this supposed to be? And I think it's just like, oh, it's actually just a girl. Like,
I think like Lego nerds were just supposed to pop like, oh, they're using those pieces.
Yeah. Well, we see them when we.
I actually kind of did at the beginning when they do the Duplo, the little kitty pieces.
Yeah.
Because I sort of forgot those, and I had those as a kid.
You popped for that?
I don't think they were called
Duplos.
I don't think they were called Duplos when I was a kid. They were just called like Legos for little kids or something.
Yeah.
But I recognized all those like the
shapes.
But you know, like the sides that are more like angular and ovular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Duplo shapes, like they're rounded so the little kids
yeah,
don't
they're
like,
more
bonk their eyeballs.
right, exactly. And I was like, oh my God. Like it really took me back looking at those pieces. I forgot those existed because they never used those when we watched Lego Masters.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're masters. By the way,
but that would be interesting. That would be a good challenge. Like create something amazing out of the little kitty ones.
I thought of Lego Masters at the end of this movie. Don't you see the two main character kids going on to win Lego Masters in a future season? Like brother and sister. They love Legos so much.
Oh, yeah. That's
And
oh
now-
my God, you're totally right. And they'd be totally humorless.
Yeah.
Like those two kids, this is a Lego movie. They're teaching you to grow up to be Lego consumers.
Mhm.
So like the ideal versions of these kids for the people making these movies are like, they're going to grow up and completely like, it's going to turn into something else. They're going to pour all this money and time into Lego. That's their weekends. They're going to enter into Lego competitions. They're going to buy every new set so that they can keep their worlds up to date and shit. That's what Lego people do, right?
Yeah.
Might
Yeah.
have made that up.
No, I think you're right.
No, that's I mean, Lego people.
Hey, listen, the only way I'd ever live my life like that is if I get to be with that Lego master.
lady.
Yeah, that one lady.
Yeah, she like designs Legos, I think was her
What?
thing. Yeah.
Well, oh, yeah, you're
She's
right.
like-
They called her like an architect or something.
Yeah, she's a Lego master, I believe. I think that's the name of the show.
But what about that other? I just thought
They
they
both
were
were
like
Lego designers. Like they both make their kits. Like they even showed like one of her
oh,
kits.
see,
she made.
I thought they just won so many Lego
No, I don't
competitions
think they.
that it was like they can't even compete here. Like they are going to beat these other.
It says Lego
masters.
Group Creative Designers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
impressive.
they make the sets. They probably.
Well,
made,
I'll tell you what. If I had to draw a picture, and if I was a great artist and I had to draw a picture of what I think a Lego designer would look like, it would look exactly like the male judge on that show, but it would look nothing like that female judge.
Dang.
Amy and Jamie.
Oh,
Did you
Amy.
guys like Bruce
Yeah.
Willis cameo?
Yeah, sure.
I just wondered, who told him to be there
I
in the
know.
studio.
It's so
Like that's
sad
all
to
I'm
think
thinking about.
Yeah.
Like who shepherded him into this?
They're like cashing in as much money as possible to give him as much money as possible.
I recently got back into Comedy Bang Bang, the podcast, and I'm like a year behind. So I'm catching up, and I listened to one from like the last fall, and Paul F. Tompkins or somebody, I don't remember who, but somebody made a joke that it was like Bruce Willis doesn't pick his movies anymore. He just gets told which movies to do and where to be on any given day. And he said it as a joke. And it's just, that's
what it
exactly
was.
what was happening. Yeah.
That's sad.
It's horrible.
That's horrible. And
Yeah.
being like a, industry insider, like you might actually know that is the thing is like, is it a joke?
Yeah, I don't think it was PFT. It was like a lower
sounds
level
too
improv
mean
guy
for
that would know that.
PFT,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, for sure. It must have been like Gabrus or something.
Gabrus. Yeah, he has a show coming out, Gabrus.
What show?
He has a show with Adam Pally,
A TV show?
TV show called
Oh my god!
101 Places to Party Before You Die or something like that. And it seems like it's like Dave Attell's Insomniac type of show where they go and they like do fun stuff.
I'll watch that.
And
I want
like-
to support both of those men.
I think it's on TBS. I saw a commercial
funny.
for it, I believe, when I was watching Dynamite, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know all about my TBS programming from episodes of Dynamite.
Yeah, maybe that's what it's on. But yeah, I'd check it out. Gabrus is funny.
Yeah. It's Wednesday night.
Yeah.
You know what that means.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you like Rex?
From Toy Story?
No, not
No.
from Toy Story.
The bad guy, Chris
Yeah.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
Emmett
I
from
liked
the
him. I thought he
future.
was alright. I think
Oh,
Chris Pratt's actually pretty good in
Radical
this.
Emmett Extreme. That's what Rex stood for.
I liked Ben Schwartz as that banana.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
By the way, who is you, Logan?
And the banana?
Yeah, you're the banana.
No.
Oh, I also thought Will Forte was funnier as Abraham Lincoln in this one.
Yeah, when he's getting sucked into our Mamageddon, he says, "I had theater tickets later."
That's great joke.
That's a good joke. Yeah. Yeah, and he makes some 4-score joke earlier on. He's
Yeah,
like,
I liked that
It's
too.
been like a score from now or whatever. No, actually, who is you? Who? Dan and Logan. You guys are a pair. So, Logan, you're Emmett. Dan, you're Rex.
Really?
I'm Rex. I didn't even
You're
remember
my
who that
dark
was.
side?
Yeah. Dan, you're Logan. Logan, Dan is you in the future. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Oh God, Logan. I hope not.
Listen.
For your
who
sake.
knows?
Did you guys Did you like seeing all the time machines? I feel like you guys covered most of the.
Oh yeah, Hot Tub Time
franchises.
Machine.
Yeah, they had the hot tub time
The
machine.
DeLorean.
They had the TARDIS. They had
Oh, yeah,
Skynet.
yeah.
They had Skynet.
No, I haven't done Bill and Ted. You haven't done that, right?
No, we should cover Bill and Ted. There's a third
Yeah,
one.
Face the Music.
I never watched the third one because I figured I'll
Yeah.
watch it for the show eventually.
It's fine.
All right. Well, I like the first two, regardless.
Yeah, Bogus Journey's great.
Yeah.
Better or worse than Coming to America?
Oh, it's better than Coming to America. Yeah, it's way better.
There's very little that's worse than that movie. All right. So yeah, Maya Rudolph. Did we talk about her?
No, she's live
She's
action.
the mom.
She gets the step on Lego joke.
It's just not as good a movie. Like
Yeah.
Maya Rudolph is perfectly capable and like as good casting as Will Ferrell for one of these fucking things, but like it's just not as good a script. Like there's nothing there for her to play.
Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing like the little girl. The little girl is that great little girl actress from the Florida Project, but you'd never know.
Oh,
from this
seriously?
movie. Yeah,
I had no
I didn't
idea
even
either.
notice that.
Yeah, I didn't recognize her.
I do love her. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You would just think it's some random little girl.
yeah, and my
Prince,
you know
something Prince.
my
Brooklyn Prince, yeah.
my Rudolph's one
Brooklyn,
joke
more like
is
Just
Brooklyn
like me,
Prince.
I'm
Am I right?
Brooklyn Prince. I'm the Prince of Brooklyn.
yeah, right.
Your joke was better. All right.
Yeah, you're like the. Damn it! Never mind.
What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say you're more like the demon of Brooklyn, because what's his name comes out and his thing says Prince on WWE, but I blanked on his
Oh
name.
my God, he's fucking trying to make a Finn Balor reference.
Finn Balor.
I love Finn Balor.
I had you know what? I had
Great
Damien
theme
Priest
music.
stuck in my head, and
Well, they are part of the same faction now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Rhea Ripley's hurt right now too. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. That's a bummer. She's not going to be able to compete for the title at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and they replaced her with Carmella, so
What?
might as well just not air that match.
Well, I love Carmella,
Yeah,
so
but
I'm
she
excited
sucks.
that she's
Come on.
getting.
Oh.
No, she had a great title reign for a while years ago. They just are booking her poorly these days. Leave me alone. I like when she wears that mask. All right. Fucking. I give this movie a 2.
Me too.
I give it 3. I like it.
Wow.
There's elements. I think it's more underrated. There's fun elements to it. I like it better than Ninjago for sure.
I don't.
And yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of funny bits. I like seeing the characters. I like. Do you like seeing Batman floss?
No.
No.
What?
I don't even remember that.
You don't like Queen one whatever I want to be? What about that
Who?
whole the Tiffany Haddish's character? She's
Oh.
Queen One B or whatever.
I didn't like her.
And you didn't.
I like. She's my MVP. actually.
She's funny. I like her song where she's
No,
like
I don't like her songs.
she's unduplicitous, unnasty.
Yeah, and then it turns out that
she's
I didn't,
like
I
being
didn't like
genuine.
the song. I didn't like the song at first because it felt like
a kid thing,
just
right?
a bad
Like,
parody. Yeah,
Yeah.
It felt like just something from a kid's movie, and it felt like just a bad parody of like one of the villain songs from Disney movies. But then the actual twist that she like the lyrics of the song about her being nice and not being a liar were just accurate, and she's
Yeah.
just like a nice lady who doesn't lie.
She just can't-
That's
yeah.
funny. That's a good bit.
she can't communicate well. She's just bad at communicating. That's her issue. So
Yeah.
she's like, she seems sinister, but then like, there's a part where she's like, and then I'll get Emmett, and then she's like, oh, ha, 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 ha. And then
Yeah.
she's like, oh, sorry, a banana's over there slipping on his peel. Like she's like laughing maniacally because she's like watching the banana slip. So
Haddish's performance is the only one in the movie that is remotely unpredictable, and
Mhm.
that's why I'm giving it my MVP.
that's a good choice. Who's your
I'm gonna
MVP,
go-
Logan?
I'm gonna go with Chris Pratt.
He's I like Pratt. I also like the part where like he's doing a different voice for Rex, and it's
Yeah, exactly.
like it's like, but
Pratt
it's
was too
so
important to the franchise to get fired in the wave of cancellations.
Yes.
You know, Pratt. Did you like that they referenced all of his other franchises? Like Rex's character is just Chris Pratt's.
Yeah,
all
he
of
has
his franchises.
Velociraptors.
Yeah, and he's Star Lord. He's got Velociraptors. All the Velociraptors are named after James Cameron characters too. By the way, did you
Oh, I didn't
that?
notice that. No.
Yeah.
Who are they?
I didn't either. What were they?
One's named Connor for John Connor. One's named Ripley, and then they say the other one. I think they list off a whole bunch of other ones. I don't remember. I just
Is your son named after John Connor?
no, that would be cool, but no. Remember, he's named after.
I know he's named after
Angel's son.
Angel's son, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I mentioned that to my wife the other day, and she's like, "That's not what he's named after." I'm like, "Oh, really? I thought that's like what you liked." And she's like, "No, it's the only name we could agree on." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, but the reason she thought of it was Angel.
yeah, probably. She loves Angel. She loves
Hell
David Boreanaz. She loves
Me
Bones.
Does she watch SEAL Team?
She doesn't. No.
Yo, you gotta get her on SEAL Team. I will host a SEAL Team podcast with your wife.
Yo, it sounds cool. I'll get her on that. Let me get her on that so we can make that happen.
Sweet.
Yeah. My MVP is going to be Tiffany Haddish. I like the queen.
Wow, you both
and,
love her.
My LVP, sad to say, I'm going to go with that General Mayhem lady.
Oh, see, Stephanie, the reason I'm not giving her LVP, I get it. Like, the character was bad and it was weird, but I'm just always so fascinated that Stephanie Beatrice sounds nothing like the fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine character.
Yeah.
Who's your LVP? D-Trade?
Oh, probably just any of them. I'll go with I'll go with Banks.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks. Okay, one more thing. I thought that I liked when he made the triple decker couch and then said the line "couchin' for an ouchin." That made me laugh.
Yeah, couching for an ouchin is good. Triple decker couch is good.
Oh, I want to say that I popped for Cheryl Swoops.
Cheryl Swoops
Not
was
Gary
funny
Payton,
too.
though.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Gary Payton was cool. I loved Gary Payton as a kid, but Cheryl Swoops was just so unexpected. I didn't expect to hear that name.
WNBA legend Cheryl Swoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. One of the
Gary
master
Payton's
builders.
kid just won a title with the Warriors. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Gary Payton the second.
Walter Payton?
No.
All right. Gary Payton the second? That's his name?
Mhm.
Not Gary Payton Jr.?
Oh, whatever.
Seems a little pretentious.
My LVP. They all do that. I was gonna go Haddish, but now I always feel bad with my LVPs that you guys
Go
like all
for
these
it. Be
people.
you. Don't let Dan influence you.
I didn't like-
that
I
happens
did-
too much.
Alabama boy going with Pratt as MVP and Haddish as LVP.
You're right,
I
that's
love those
terrible.
optics.
That's horrible. You're right about that.
I'm surprised
who-
I'm surprised Dan didn't give Jackie Chan an LVP in the last.
Oh,
episode.
I love Jackie Chan. I have nothing but nice things to say about Jackie Chan.
Mhm.
All right,
Listen to that Rush Hour.
This
series.
was not a Jackie Pan. It was a Jackie praise.
I will go General Mayhem.
yeah.
They should have brought the General into this movie.
Oh man,
That's a good Lego character.
bring him into the serververse.
Yeah.
1-800 General
great.
now.
And then you could bring in Shaq. What they should do is make Space
Oh my
Jam
God.
3
Oh my
with
God.
Shaq
Oh,
and the General, like
Shaq
a
Jam.
buddy basketball movie.
Shaq Jam.
Shaq Jam, sure. How have they not done that? Like, you don't think if they made a Shaq Fu adaptation today starring Shaq, that would be a hit?
It would be good. People are
Yeah.
just. I think people are just too worried after Steel and Kazam.
But that was years ago. I feel like he was an NBA player. He's so beloved now.
Yeah, Shaq's
I feel
great.
like he's like Jackie Chan. That's the way America feels about him.
I feel like Shaq is like number 3 action hero in America. I would say
After The Rock and Jackie Chan?
no, after Jackie Chan, then Tom Cruise, then Shaq, then The Rock.
Where does Vin come into it?
Vin is way down. Come on, Vin's
What?
Vin's only got
because
one.
he does none of his own stunts? Is
Yeah,
that why?
Yeah, because the directors quit because he's so out of shape
Oh my
and a
god.
monster.
I know. Wait, who'd they replace him with? They got somebody.
Vin? They
Yeah.
replaced Vin?
I think they got Mike Mitchell.
No, they replaced Justin Lin. Justin Lin quit Fast 10 2 weeks into
They got
filming.
Mike Mitchell? No, they
Yeah,
didn't.
they got Mike-
No. They got Louis Leterrier. Louis
Oh, really?
Leterrier. Yeah, he's the dude who did
Oh,
Now You See Me and The Incredible Hulk and
Oh my
Transporter.
god.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my computer's about to die.
Oh, well, we're
All right.
over, I think.
Yeah, well, let's finish up.